grow up Amish, you're taught that God is the most important thing in your life. Right after God come your parents, and you're supposed to obey them in everything they say. You've got almost no contact with the outside world. The Amish have no electricity, TV, radio. All you know is the Amish way of life. But the day you turn 16, your whole life changes.
You start dating.
Go shopping in malls.
Start dressing English.
Go to the movie theater.
Go bowling.
Watch TV.
Get a haircut.
Go to parties.
Get a car.
Go cruising.
Get drunk. Try drugs. Go at it.
Amish kids in the ages of 16 to 21 have to make a very difficult decision. They have to decide whether to get on their knees before God, make that promise, and join the Amish church. After they join the church, they are expected to follow the teachings and the rules for the rest of their lives.
Part of me thinks I want to be like my parents. Another part of me thinks I want the jeans and the car and just kind of do what I want to do.
It is definitely getting tougher for young people. There's so much more to deal with. You just don't know what you're going to do.
I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted to be in life, except my only options were being Amish and wearing these type of clothes all my life. And now that has changed.
It all goes back to the question of, do I want to be Amish or not? That is the question. To be or not to be.
A key to what the Amish believe comes from 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever.
We want to be a chosen vessel, a group of people that are different from the world. We're supposed to be the light of the world. We're supposed to let our light shine, that they can see our good works and praise God, not ourselves.
We believe that you're supposed to keep yourself apart from the world, and you're not supposed to make life too easy for yourself.
We believe that divorcing Bogey keeps our lifestyle simpler and slower. We have more time to think about God's creation.
I believe that after you're married, you should grow a beard instead of putting a ring on your finger, which you can take off.
We believe that makeup, jewelry, and nice clothes is all just vanity and is not good for a Christian mind.
We believe that using the Pennsylvania Dutch language keeps the Amish traditions going.
Tradition is very valuable. You don't need to know why.
You should just be satisfied with the way things have always been.
It's a good religion. I mean, it really is. I really think it is. I know for a fact that if I was Amish and stayed within the rules of being Amish, you know, and I had the right frame of mind, I'd get into heaven. I've decided that's how I want to live my life. I'm going to join the Amish church probably next year. It's like rebirth. You have to start over, completely over. I've got this girlfriend, her name's Sarah. She's not Amish, she's English. She said she'd join the Amish church with me, but that's practically unheard of. It's too hard for anyone from the outside world to make the change. Normally, Amish guys join church once they've found an Amish girlfriend and they want to settle down. If your girlfriend's not Amish, well, you pretty much have to say goodbye. I'd have to forget everything. Everything that I've ever done while I was an Amish. Forget the clothes, forget the memories. I mean, how the hell am I supposed to do that? You know, but that's the way it's supposed to be.
I remember when I first started wondering what it was like not being Amish. I started buying makeup and, you know, it just looked so interesting. I wanted to know.
Amish people believe that the outside world is the devil's playground. For us to be exposed to that is basically like playing with fire.
They've been so held back from everything, like even going to the movies or stuff like that. When they get to the age of 16, they just want to experience this whole new world.
The first turn 16, going to the mall was like my dream.
I felt that I could do anything I wanted to. It was just like, oh, cool, I can go do this, don't have to ask.
I went to get my hair cut at a barber shop. First time I went to washing my hair afterwards, went to put shampoo in my hair and there was nothing there. I was like, geez.
Yeah, you don't have a taste for a haircut. Your mom and dad do it the way they want it. You don't have a choice. You just sit down, you get a haircut. You're like, well, okay, haircut's a haircut. You get into a hairstyle place, you know. And they're like, well, what do you want? I don't know, just take some off here and there. I walked out of there, man, I looked like a freak.
The biggest thing that changes when you turn 16 is you start going to parties.
What's happening? What are you guys doing?
Most Amish kids have cell phones, so if one guy decides to have a party at his place, he calls all of his friends, they call all of their friends. Within an hour, hour and a half, everybody knows about it.
Okay. Okay, see ya. Bye. They're coming out.
I'm pissed off!
Amish kids got the best parties. They got the wild parties.
The Amish kids or teenagers are known to have parties where you'll have several hundreds of kids there. They bring them in from other states. Some of the kids have it on their own parents' property. Usually the parents know what's going on. They just think, well, it's out in the back field and we're not going to mess with it.
Biggest party I've ever been at. There were over 1,500 people there that they counted. Amish kids from Montana, Florida, Texas, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, New York State.
You turned 16 like my first weekend. It was all the alcohol I could drink. Everybody just piling it on you. And it's just what you're expected to do.
First party I went to, I got really drunk. I mean, really drunk.
I was freaking out. I didn't know what a party was, but got drunk off my ass, puked, just, you know, a couple beers.
I remember waking up the next morning in the front lawn under a tree. The tree was dripping on me. Because it rained during the night. thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I just done that.
I was scared right at first, but I just kind of partied on.
Rumspringa, literally translated, means running around. It's a time for the youth to attend their parties and do those kinds of things. This Rumspringa is a time during which a person needs to make his individual choice as to whether he will follow Jesus Christ or not, and he cannot make that decision until he is accountable, which is generally accepted as being over the age of 16. He will hopefully, of course, make that decision positively, not only to follow Christ, but also to be baptized and become a member in the Old Order Amish Church.
It's a promise to God that you're going to follow and obey the rules and regulations of the church and abide by them to the best of your knowledge or the best that you can do for life.
I wish I could say that I have never opened a can of beer. You know, that'd be great. I wish I could say that, but I can't. Every time there was a party, I was there and I was drunk. I was just hanging out with anybody I wanted to, going out with any guy I wanted to. Who cares? I did things I wish I wouldn't have done. I didn't dress Amish. I went to a Baptist church. I didn't live at home for 5 months. For a girl, that's almost unthinkable. People started talking to me, my parents started talking to me, and they're like, you know, we really don't like what you're doing, but they didn't say, you have to change. I finally decided, you know, I can't do this anymore, so I'm changing.
Oh, shit. Hope that's it. Works for me.
She close that window, it's blowing too much, dude. You're gonna lose some of the carpet.
I'm selling pretty much to just support my habit. I mean, whatever money I make off of selling it, I put back into it for myself. I'd say, myself personally, I spend I'd say an average of about $100 worth a day that I do, around $1 a day. And I'm also working and my whole paycheck goes to that.
got a job now. I'm kind of glad I didn't go through school. Because, dude, I wouldn't have nothing. I mean,
in some ways. In other ways, think about it. If you'd gone to school, you might have gotten a scholarship. You'd be like ready to go to college now. In 4 more years, you'd have a destination in life. You'd have a purpose. I mean,
I got a purpose.
A factory working for the rest of your life?
Oh, that's me.
That's fun.
50 years ago, you worked on the farm, your mom and dad were there as supervisors, and you worked with your brothers and sisters, and you didn't have a lot of spending money. Today, they have enough money to buy cars, and they now have their pockets full of money. Because they have automobiles, they have free access to liquor, and they have access to dope and this type of thing much more freely than before. It's hard to train your children to be different from everybody else.
You turn 16, you go out and you have fun and party. Then you go back to the Amish, you join the church, and then you, like what they call settle down, and then you get married, and you have children, and you just do the same thing over again. I think my depression started when I was 16. At the time, I don't know that I was totally aware of what depression was. And I thought by drinking and partying that might make it go away, but it didn't. I was really struggling with suicidal thoughts. I didn't trust myself, and I knew that I needed to seek psychological help. I called my doctor, and my doctor referred me to Oakland Hospital. And that's where I was for about 2 weeks. It was really important to my family that I come home, that I not be at the hospital. When I went back, I felt a lot of pressure to join the Amish church. And I thought maybe I would just become a member. Maybe that would shine some light on some of that darkness. I didn't know what else to do.
He got busted. Whose house?
Paul.
Yeah, over at Paul's house. They did a raid over there.
Got him with a couple counts of possession each, couple counts of dealing each, and a couple counts of intent to sell each.
Sting operation. They've been watching the place for the last 3.5 months.
Straight up, if he don't join church right now, he's gonna get his ass whooped. Bad. By every single drug dealer, you know.
Why?
Because we both got arrested. I mean, you know that story.
So?
The 2 people went to jail and me and Farron didn't. But that makes us look like we snitched on everybody.
What happens, happens, you know, it's fate. You can't control what's gonna happen. I mean, right now, Might be somebody outside the fucking window with a shotgun. Step through the door, boom, I'm dead. What, you know, if it's supposed to happen, it will. If it's not supposed to happen, it won't. I don't know, there's something wrong with me. And I keep seeing fucking light. I don't know. I mean, light like outside. Who the fuck's out there? Get the fuck in here. Fucking assholes. They can't see shit. Yeah, well, fuck yeah.
Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart and in the sight of thine eyes. But know thou this, that for all these things God will bring thee into judgment.
During the time when I was limb springing, I did worry about, you know, what if I don't go to heaven just because I did, you know, just because I left? And, you know, people would say, it's okay, you know, if you have Christ in your life, it's okay. But it still, there was always just that fear.
The Amish people in general would not believe that a person is saved who was not baptized. And the Amish teenager would be considered lost if they would die or be killed during that time.
It's in the back of my mind almost every day that if I don't change my ways, I might not get to heaven. But we cope with it, I guess.
I think about it. I don't know if I'm going there. I fucked up. Really, I have. So I'm gonna try and make it right. I'm just gonna try and stay legal now. Just do everything by the book. I mean, you know, just not get involved with shit like that anymore. There's a lot of shit going on that I could get fucked, yeah. I'm not scared. Well, I'm worried, but they're probably gonna catch up with me whether I run or not. You know, so. This is the outfit I used to wear to go to church. Man, this looks fucked up as hell. I don't know, without the hat and shit, I'm not me. I am definitely not me with that. But this looks really fucked up. Hell yeah, what did Bishop say to this? Oh no, made these. Actually, she made these just probably a couple months ago for me, because they're for me when I joined church. So she made these for me just a couple months ago, which was when I told her, you know, I was gonna join church and shit. Sometimes I wish I could go back, like just do everything all over again. Before I ever started doing drugs, before any of that. wouldn't be in near as much shit as I am.
Personally, I don't think you'll live that long. It's a well-known fact that if you knock out a drug dealer, if you rat on a drug dealer, you're liable to get killed.
This is a bonnet I wore to church. It's been like 3 years since I last put it on. This was going to be my wedding dress. My boyfriend and I had already joined the church, and we were anticipating and preparing for our wedding. And about 4 weeks before the wedding, I decided that I could no longer stay Amish. I think he really personally struggled with the loss of friendships that he would have had to deal with if he would have left with me. But that was really sad. When I made the dress, I really liked it. I guess when I made it, I was thinking on the day that I would get married, I would feel like a queen. But now that I have it on, I don't see it that way anymore. I think I see it as something that covers up the girl that I really want to be. It makes me feel like I used to when I was Amish. Like I had nowhere to go.
The individual is more of a problem than anything else. The unsatisfied mind. Some of that inborn nature we can't deny, but that's one of the duty of a Christian, is to control that inborn nature.
That's really the main thing about being Amish. You don't question, you just more or less just give up. It's not that they're forced to, but they want to. Most of the Amish feel that they would want to be what they're supposed to.
Now $30 bill for a $30, 25, 30. At the 25 now, $30 bill, $30 bill.
Even as a young kid, I think I realized the benefits of being in a close-knit community. And if you're going to have good community, each individual has to give up some of that individuality.
After I left the Amish church, I was shunned. If you've joined church and then leave, they will shun you. The shunning for them is their last way of showing you they love you. They think that you're breaking a promise that you made to the Amish church. They're afraid for your soul. I lost the support of my family. Nobody would talk to me. It was like I wasn't even there. When I moved out on my own, my dad always told me, "You'll never make it. You can't live without us." The more he said that, the more I wanted to prove that I could. As time goes on, things keep getting brighter.
slept for 5 days straight. First 5 days that I was off, I slept for 5 days straight. I woke up like 3 times. And that was just to get a drink of water and eat a little bit. I'd go back to bed. My mom and dad thought I was gonna die.
When I first met Farron, he'd been clean for about 3 weeks. He never smoked weed or even drank beer or anything. So I knew him being himself, and I liked it.
All my aunts and uncles were like so happy for me, you know, that I got an Amish girlfriend. They kept on coming up to me. You got such a nice girlfriend, you know, congratulating me and stuff.
A lot of the young kids, when they get together, they're allowed to date and stuff like that without being chaperoned, like some of the English would have to be chaperoned. It's more or less condoned in some of the families that, not that they have sex, but that they get pretty intimate. You know, they're allowed to. You put them in a room together, in a dark room together. I mean, you know, things are going to happen.
We've got the problems of unwed mothers, premarital sex, dope, drinking, smoking, and all that. We've got every problem that the society has got in the world today. If our young folks are involved in these things before they're members of the church, we have no jurisdiction over it. But if they got rid of all those things and come back within the ordinance of our church, we would welcome them back with open arms.
The good things about being Amish, they have one goal, and their whole life they're working for that one goal. The goal is basically to get to heaven.
Amish don't have to worry about violence on television. They don't have to worry about the telephone ringing off the hook. They don't have to worry about keeping in the style with the hair. You don't have to worry about your car breaking down. We can always go to a neighbor and borrow a horse.
I definitely think the stress is lower in Amish families. Just a slower pace of living. You think, man, I can't watch TV or nothing like that, you know. But you find other stuff to do. You communicate more with your family.
Knowing that people care about you, that whatever might befall you in life, if you're sick or your house burns or, you know, anything like that, that people are going to be there. They're going to show up, and nobody's going to have to go and beg them to come. They're going to just be there.
Out here's like most of the stuff that we made. A lot of it's covered in snow right now, but actually I made that. We didn't have any patterns for that, but I saw a picture of it in a magazine, so I decided to come up with it. Dad's planning on building a big ass shop out there, like you know, to make stuff in. Hopefully by next year this time, we'll have 30, 40 people working for us. Have it all set up real nice out there. That's all industrial zoned. It's all ready for it, you know. So it's gonna be pretty nice. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 or so Bibles laying around. You build a house, you gotta make sure it's got a basement big enough to have church in. 2, 3 weeks ago, something like that. We had church here. There's like that section on that side of the stairs, like all the women and all the like girls are seated. right here, there's like a bench, and the preachers are lined up here and here. The preacher stands like right here, so like everybody in the church can see him. Like this side is all men, you know, because the men and the women don't sit together. So I don't know. I kind of like the you know, thought of an Amish church. My dad's a preacher, and I love listening to him preach.
We always like to tease him about he's gonna be a preacher and stuff because his dad's a preacher.
He can like stand there and really preach about stuff.
Yeah, he just talk and talk. Like father, like son. I mean, if his dad's a preacher, he's got a pretty good chance of becoming a preacher too.
There's a lot of pressure there for joining church. A lot of pressure, you know, there's people pressuring, you know, when are you gonna join church? I don't know. Could ask me, man, that's my decision, you know. Why can't everybody do this like they want to? Why do you have to, you know, but Dad always says, you know, you brought up Amish, you gotta stay Amish.
I'm going to be joining the Amish church this fall. So right now I wear English clothes, you know, on the weekends and stuff. I do when I go with my boyfriend. He's going to be joining church this fall too. He'll have to give his license up, and it's going to be hard, yeah, but I know he can do it.
The Amish boys and girls, they will sometimes not appear to be satisfied as Amish. But after a couple of years, they'll settle down and they'll sell their car and they'll get a horse and buggy and they'll get married and they'll be Amish, an Amish family.
It was hard to give up some of the stuff. You know, yeah, it definitely was.
What do you miss?
My transportation, basically, you know.
If I was to join church tomorrow, I'd miss my vehicle first of all, big time.
Once you get a vehicle, you kind of realize what the other people are going through, you know, what pace they're going. You know, if you got a horse and buggy, there's people going boom, boom, you know, going around you, and you're like, wow.
I don't think as much about my transportation unless I get on my bicycle like this morning. It was raining and oh geez, here I gotta go bike to work, you know. And
my clothes was the biggest thing. That was the hardest thing to change when I was joining church.
I did run a lot every day, you know, after work. Just put on shorts and t-shirt and go running, which now I don't do that because running in a dress.
I miss my music, you know, that I grew up with.
One of my favorite times was when I was at like the Ozfest 99 and Godsmack and all those concerts. I love concerts.
First, probably 3 or 4 years after we was married and joined the church, why I thought for a while I just couldn't make it, but oh well, I got used to it. It's not that bad anymore.
Farron was so happy at that time. He and his family were getting along. He had a great job at home. He loved it. And then, well, we broke up.
I guess I got a little too serious too quick with her. I mean, she's still kind of young. Well, really young, actually.
I remember when I first met Farron, he used to always say he'll be Amish. He wants that, but I've decided I don't. I just can't see myself living that way for the rest of my life.
That'd be like my dream. Marrying somebody like Emmett, like just having a happy life. But life sucks. Lately, all I do is get drunk and act like a fucking fool. Got in a fight in the fucking bowling alley and shit. Oh man, it's just kind of going downhill again.
I was a young Amish girl, I never dreamt that I would ever have a career. Your options were kind of laid out for you. You would become a homemaker and a mother. I've been doing a lot of thinking about going to college. Something that I think I'd be very interested in would be being a counselor. I used to take counseling right after I left the Amish. I was really struggling at that point, and counseling was very helpful. It's very exciting for me to be able to think that I have all these options out there. It's freeing, it's awesome.
I don't know if what I'm doing is right. My parents say it's wrong because they're afraid I'll have no chance of living a Christian life. But I told them just give me a chance. I just want to see if I can actually make it on my own. Hello? You've got a lawn care business, right? I just moved down here. I'm planning on staying permanently, and I'm just looking for a job.
Probably you'll start out the first couple of days edging and blowing. At first, you may not do it real well. I mean, it sounds simple, but there's like a skill involved. There's a technique.
We're willing to work with somebody that's not real experienced as long as they're really motivated. You know?
I mean, I'll do my best. I mean, I'll give my help.
I guess you just got here. Would you be able to start on Monday if we hired you?
Yeah, definitely. I'm able to start as soon as possible.
You have transportation?
Yeah, I've got to go.
Oh, okay. Make sure. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for coming out. You go out this door here. It's easier.
We'll call you tonight, okay?
Thanks a lot. Should have been.
You weren't wearing your seatbelt, were you?
I took mine off this morning, man, when we went to the gas station or someplace. I took it off.
Well, you're supposed to wear the lap belt.
You know me.
I know, but do you think this will, help?
What?
Do you think you'll start now?
Probably, at least, yeah, I'll probably start wearing my seatbelt now. But this is so screwed because now I don't have a fucking job.
Well,
Unless I get a car before this coming Monday. This really sucks.
at least you're all right.
Dear Valda, the admissions committee at Christ for the Nations Institute is pleased to welcome you as a student. CFNI has a great many things to offer, and we are confident that you too have qualities the Institute family can glean from. I didn't specifically dream about going to college and going to school or things like that when I was Amish. I knew that there was more to life. At the time, I had no idea what it was. I guess I never really dreamed that I'd be going to college. It really, if I really think about it, it really blows my mind.
September 12th is the day I'm going to be baptized. They'll have church just like usual, but it'll go a little bit longer. I have to go down on my knees and promise to stay with the church and rebuke the world, the devil, and my own flesh and blood. And then they'll baptize me in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. What I want to do with my life is be a true witness for Christ and try and be a good example to other young folks. Some people might think, whoa, that'll be boring, but for me, I'm excited about it.
Talking to one of the valet guys over at the hospital yesterday. I told him I was looking for a job, and he said they had openings there, so I'm going back today to see if they'll give it to me.
I know Farron can make a whole new start here. He starts his new job today. He's only been here like a week. Sure, he wrecked his car the second day here, but he's free here. No one knows him. No one can say, that's the boy that got busted. That's the boy that used to be a drug dealer and turned someone else in. He's free.
Yeah? Alright.
Here, let me do your makeup.
My makeup? I don't know if I'm still Umschlinger or I don't know what I am. I'm not English and I'm not Amish. I'm just me. Sometimes I kind of wish I would have gone Amish when I wanted to. I'd have it easy back there. I'd have a place to live, I'd have a nice job. That's what I was raised to be, and I would feel like nothing can change that because that's like God's plan. My brother's joining church this fall, along with a whole bunch of other kids from our church. My mom really wants me to come back and join church. I told her I might someday. I might not. You know, Jesus didn't get baptized till he was 32.